Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is the first video of a new webcam gameplay series I'm starting called Jamlander. As you've obviously noticed, I've stopped posting X-Page gameplay video. That's mostly because that format on X-Page is very out of date and I can't afford to play MTGO, or at least don't want to afford to play MTGO, and Cockatrice is not something I'm enjoying, so I'm playing lots of webcam magic. And I do love the webcam community on the Canadian Highlander Discord. There's lots of people with great minds for the format. There's kind people, they're funny people, and I think it's just a fun way to kind of showcase the community that we've built up there. So the way that videos are going to be going from now on, and I'll be trying for the Jamlander series, is I'll have the gameplay off to the left-hand side of the screen, where you'll see my board, my opponent's board, and also underneath me, I'll have a camera for my hand, so I can mute myself to my opponent, talk about the decisions I'm making, what my hand is, what I'm hoping to draw, what I think they might have. And I'm trying to kind of emulate a bit of Moto gameplay, like on Channel Fireball or Watching Rules videos, but hopefully a little bit less serious than that, because I'll also be unmuting myself and talking to my opponent and cracking jokes, and it should hopefully be an enjoyable time for all. This is the first video of this Jamlander format. I'm still learning. Audio could be tinkered with. I'm trying to work on the glare on my camera setup as well. Setup, layout of the video as well, I'm still working on. If you have any suggestions, please reach out to me. I'm wanting to make this an enjoyable experience to produce as well as watch. So feedback is appreciated and loved. I'm going to stop talking now and let's play the video. The first gameplay on the channel is Simpleman02 running 5-color Aluren and me on Jund Pyromancer. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to the first episode of Jamlander. I am playing Jund Pyromancer against Simpleman02 running Wooburg Aluren, the R being very small just for a singleton copy, well, obviously singleton copy, of Imperial Recruiter. I've kept an opening 6, bottoming in Tomb. I have a nice curve going. I get to disrupt. If I draw a land on my first second turn, I can just green tons for a Death Raid or something, and let Loam hit sit in my hand. And I have a turn 3 Ravager. I get disruption. I got land drops for sure. I got a threat. This is a reasonable way to start a game. Let's get going. Okay, you can go.
All right.
Let's do it.
I will start with a Shocked Temple Garden, so I'll be at 18.
Yes.
And a Llanowar Elves. Pass turn.
Okay. So that's obviously not as good for us as it could have been. We draw an Ignoble Hierarch for turn. I think that we can just go Hierarch at a turn 2 Ravager, but I'm scared of him playing like some big dumb 3-drop like Oko or Uro, or, well, not Uro, I wouldn't discard that, or Teferi or something, so I'm just gonna Scalding Tarn, bad lands, and get going. Okay, I'm going to play a Scalding Tarn. I'm gonna crack it going to 19, grab a Badlands, and cast an Inquisition of Kozilek targeting you.
Alright. I have Plague Engineer, Unearthed, Uro, Polluted Delta, Soul Herder.
Okay. I think I am contractually obligated to take Soul Herder. Taking Uro feels bad, and Plague Engineer doesn't seem the scariest thing in the world. Maybe, yeah, well, we'll see.
Soul Herder, final choice?
Yeah, we'll pass turn. Alright. Chance I should have taken Plague Engineer. It'll block the Ravager. You can only get one trigger with it. Also could have taken the Uro, because he didn't have a land drop to hit with it. Maybe it's a good play, but
and then I'm gonna cast
their graveyard
Uro,
fills
so
fast, so.
And whatnot, unfortunately.
Just setting our friend's life up to 20, because he's going to cast the Uro, and then be back at 20 anyway. Definitely not a start I was hoping to play against, but something we have a chance of destroying, of beating.
Alright, so I will cast Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath.
Alright, no land, one time.
Draw, gain 3 up to 20.
Yes.
Found a land.
Oh.
Got him.
Alright, wasn't a black land to Uro unearth Uro, just for the...
Oh, that would have been so sweet.
Alright, I will...
Maybe next turn.
Draw for my turn. Okay. So I could cast Loam, get my graveyard going, but I'm not really interested in that right now. I feel like I'd rather be developing my board. And I think the easiest way to do that, and the most mana efficient, is to do this. Alright, I'm going to play a Wood of Fiddle's Return. I like to crack it.
Okay.
I'd grab a Bayou. And I like to Green Sun Zenith for 1. Can I just shortcut and grab the Deathrite Shaman now?
Yep.
Okay. I get a Bayou, a Deathrite Shaman, and pass turn I am at 18.
Cool.
And I will pass turn after that.
Cool. Let's start by unearthing this Earl. I don't think he has much time left in this world. So I'll go up to 23, draw a card, and decline to play a land.
Decline to play a land. Oh, okay.
That's the den.
You have one, you just don't want to.
I think I'm going to be okay, though.
Alright.
I have this Wall of Roots.
Uh-huh.
I also have this Pilgrim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of like lands.
I have a Plague Engineer and 1 unknown card, and then I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Neat. In the sake of good and fair magic, I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs and continue working on my Tron by cracking it for a Taiga. I'd like to use that Taiga to cast an Ignoble Hierarch.
Yep, seems good.
And then I will pass the turn.
And draw.
Op Agent is obviously an amazing draw here. Super stoked. I get to...
Plague Engineer?
Yep. Plague Engineer, good.
I'll name... They're both Shaman, right?
Yeah, they are Shamans.
Okay, I'll name Shaman.
Yeah.
And then you have an 0-1. So I will attack you for 2.
Yeah, down to 15.
Alright. Pass turn.
Alright, so casting that, or making that play, obviously not the most exciting or most correct play. I kind of got excited about tilling a mana, figured Loam wouldn't be enough, but obviously that looks kind of silly in hindsight. That's all right.
Go.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to exile your... You have a fetch in there, correct?
I do. It's a polluted Delta.
I'll exile that Delta. I like to make a black, and I like to cast this card, which is not a Shaman, Opposition Agent.
I wish it was.
Alright, is that good?
Resolve.
Okay, can I go down tap? Okay, awesome. Tap, upkeep, draw. No land in your graveyard, correct?
Correct.
Alright. I'm going to play an Urborg for turn.
All the black mana in the world.
Exactly. My dark scavenging is looking very good right now. Playing Anya's Ravager.
Yep.
And then I will pass the turn. Also not a Shaman, notably.
Unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Okay, so we're in a pretty good spot now. We have an engine in play. The Ravager's going to trade with an engineer, I'm sure. Just 1 card in hand.
Okay. Well, I will cast this Parasitic Strix.
You wouldn't dare.
I do indeed have a black permanent, so it'll drain you for 2. I'll go up to 25. You'll be at 13.
Yes.
And then I'll pass.
I'd like to go back up to 15 by exiling your Uro from your graveyard.
That makes sense.
Alright, untap. Upkeep, draw. Ooh. I'd like to exile my own Scalding Tarn.
Yes.
I'd like to make mana. I'd like to Green Suns for 4.
Yes.
I'd like to get a Questing Beast.
Unfortunate.
And I think the Beast would like to go Choo-Choo.
But I have all these creatures with 2 or less power.
That is very true. And I love and respect that about you. Unfortunately, Questing Beast doesn't much care.
Questing Beast does not care.
They're
Really.
he-she they are.
Truly rude.
Alright. Means I need to shift shuffle back into my library. And then I get to go to combat and do some fun stuff.
Ew.
I'm going to declare attackers. I'll declare Anya's Ravager and Questing Beast as attackers. I have a trigger.
Yeah.
I'd like to discard this Life from the Loam.
Seems good.
I'll dredge the first draw off the Ravager.
Okay.
Milling Shadow Spear, Grist, and Dothy Voidwalker.
Cool.
Draw the other 2. And I have no effects.
I would like to block your Ravager with this Plague Engineer.
That makes sense. Ravager
I'll
dies.
take 4 down to 21.
If you had a Planeswalker, I'd love to do damage to it, but I don't. Down to 24. Sorry, 24?
21.
21,
I was at
sorry.
25 before.
Sorry, I'm having trouble keeping track.
All good. I
Um,
have 21 to 15 right now.
Post-combat, I'll play this Windswept Teeth, and I would like to pass turn back to you. So yeah, we're in an obviously great spot now. I have Loam to grind out back some land drops, make sure I'm never gonna miss a land drop again. Yeah,
Does
that's
not
good.
block Questing Beast.
Tainted Pact can find
Ooh.
whatever I so desire. Might just cast it main phase next turn. Find some action. Could also hold it up more reactively, but I think Op Agent being in play lets me be a little bit more aggressive. Although his little ooh there does scare me.
This 2/2. It has flying.
Oh! Questing Beast, believe it or not, does not have reach. I'll get on to 13.
Not part of the encyclopedia. Then I have a choice to make.
Make the wrong choice.
I'll add a green and a blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast this Phantasmal Image.
Ooh.
Does it resolve?
I have no responses to that.
Okay.
So now the idea
I still have
of
to
Tainted
do that.
Pacting for Fury is really nice, but I need to have a hit a land drop as well.
Far.
We'll see if we get that lucky.
Probably have removal. I'll make it an opposition agent.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. That's you.
Reason I did not fetch during that was because I have Urborg, so he taps for mana anyway. Okay, okay, draw. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't see need to get fancy here. I can. All right. Yeah, so I can do everything this turn. Well, not everything, but I can loan back my land drops, make sure I'm hitting those, and then I can still cast Lyris. Oh wait, I need to loan back 1 land to do that because of the Op Agent. I wouldn't have a land in the graveyard for Deathright. I think that's still reasonable. Can I get to Lyris and Dothy Voidwalker? Voidwalker is nice because that is another disruptive piece that they can't really deal with. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I could also get Shadow Spear and try and race them, but I think I'm already winning this race pretty reasonably. Okay, I've decided my decision. I would like to cast Loam, targeting Verdant Catacombs.
So.
Actually, just Wood of Foothills. Just Wood of Foothills, not Verdant Catacombs.
Oh, interesting.
I'll play this Wood of Foothills for turn. I'd like to pay 3 mana and cast this Lyris from my graveyard.
Yep.
I'd like to exile my Verdant Catacombs with Deathright.
Yep.
Make a black. Cast a Dothy Voidwalker.
That's a good one.
And now I'd like to go to combat.
Okay.
Swing with just the Questing Beast.
Yep. I'll go to 17.
Alright, and pass turn. again, looking
Rumble
pretty
time.
clear. We're winning on board. We have a Tainted Pact. We have two. Well, one relevant stacks piece. Obvious is
Attack you
great.
for 2 in the
Voidwalker's not
air.
that good. They're clocking us in the air. We're clocking them faster.
All right, down to 11. I'll play this swamp.
Yes.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Draw this one. Not bad. Not great. Okay. So first thing I like to do is I like to cast Shadow Spear using Luris's ability.
Yep.
I would like to pay 2 to equip it to Questing Beast.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And yeah, and then I'll move to combat.
I will take however much.
Just these two, Voidwalker and
8.
Beast. 8.
All right, so I'll go to 9, and you'll go up to
16, I believe.
16?
Yes.
All right.
Cards in hand?
I have 2.
I would like to. So now I have the option of Liliana and Plussing, but they have 2 cards in hand. I imagine they're both tutors of some kind. I think I'm just going to hold up Tainted Pact, and I can Tainted Pact for Malakir Rebirth to protect my op agent, or I can tutor for Abrupt Decay or Tacit Survey to blow something up that's relevant, so I think I'd better just hold up my mana. Okay, I'm just going to pass turn.
All right. Draw. Waterlog Grove.
Yes, you got it.
I'll crack it to draw a card.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that was his draw for turn, so he's still got 2 unknowns, well, 3 unknowns now. But 2
How
unknowns,
do we
presumably
feel
not
about
lands.
concession?
I am pro concessions, as long as it's not me.
Okay. I will concede to this Questing Beast Trample Lifelink combination.
Yeah.
I may or may not have had these 2 in my hand when you cast that.
Yeah, I had you on tutors. I was like, well, he has infinite mana, so he's not casting something.
Yeah, I thought about holding, like when I attacked with my 2 elves.
Yeah.
I was like, I could keep them back, and then I can, because I kind of thought you had an opposition ace based
Yeah.
on the open mana and what you want to do against me.
Yes.
So I thought about like holding it up, and then when you cast the agent, I'd chord in response. But I was like, nah, it's not worth it. I'll get the 2 damage, and then I probably should have, because I think I could have got like a 2 or 3 drop at that point.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
would've, I mean, better than a dead card.
True.
Alas, I did not take that path.
Sweet.
And then my other big decision was copy the opposition agent or copy the Questing Beast. And I forgot there was an Urborg in play, so I probably should have copied the Questing Beast. I was like, I'll cut him on a mana.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
But I probably should have just made a nice tradable blocker.
Yeah, I think that probably would have. Cause yeah, I was losing the life raise at one point. I think that would have been a good.
Yeah. Until the
Play.
Questing Beast happened.
Yes. And the Questing Beast for Shadow Spear has trample and can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less, which is basically just Mega Trample. So it has like Ultra Mega Trample.
Well, when it has Death Touch and Trample, that's extra good.
I don't know. Just need to get first strike on the damn thing.
Yeah. Would be strong. Grr. Already strong.
Yes. All right. I assume you're on the play for game 2?
Yes, please.
All right. Best of luck.
You too.
So I like this hand a lot. We have land drops. Woohoo. We have acceleration. We have threats.
I would like to mulligan.
An interaction against Aluren specifically. And we have Minsk and Boo as a later game play. I'm probably going to turn 1 Vista for a forest, cast Deathrite Shaman, then I can turn 2 Crack Foothills for a Badlands, cast Darcy, cast Liberator, and then set up for a turn 3 Minsk and Boo. Or whatever else happens, but I think that's a pretty reasonable curve. All right, I'll keep my 7.
All right, I'm going to 6.
Yeah, Minsc and Boo has been absolutely insane. It's a 4-mana 4/4 with haste that attacks twice and then draws you 4 cards. And does 4 more damage to faces and creatures as well. Which means it's generally a pretty good card. There is obviously the downside of it potentially getting bolted, but
Yeah, I'll keep
I will
this
ride that high every time.
And, putting this one on the bottom.
Okay,
All right.
let's do it.
I will play this Bayou into this Elf of Deep Shadow.
Okay,
Go for it.
draw. That's pretty good. I will... Okay. So now my play changes. Now I want to go turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2 Channeler plus him. So I'm going to go Wood of Foothills for a Bayou. And then I can, because Bounding is the first swamp, and then I still have the Mounted for red. Okay, I'm going to play a Wood of Foothills for turn. I like to crack it for a Bayou. And I would like to cast a Deathrite Shaman.
Yep.
And then I'll pass turn. My biggest joy right now is that you didn't also play Deathrite Shaman, so we don't have to play that awful game of I'll stifle your stuff with your Deathrite activation by...
Yeah. I'll fetch with this Flooded Strand.
Okay, so we're both down to 19.
Yep. I will grab my Tundra.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast something with that Tundra that cares about the top of my deck, so I have to shuffle.
Ah, the most fun. As long as it's not Uro again. Not that I had to deal with Uro that much last game.
Yeah, not Uro this time.
Augur?
Yeah, the turn 2 Deathrite kind of turns off Uro, so.
Yes. No, I think it's turn 1 Deathrite. But
Augur is in, or turn 2, sorry.
yeah.
Augur is in like Augur of Volus?
Augur of Autumn is
Okay.
Augur of Volus
that
not
would be
nearly
good
as
in
good in
this deck.
Aluren.
Yeah, I was going to say, that would be a weird choice. Augur of Autumn would be good in this deck. I am not playing it currently. But that's worth a shout.
Yeah, I see a lot of mid-rangey decks running it. I haven't tried it out yet. Oh, Oracle, of course.
Boiling Oracle.
My second, my favorite card with a card type Oracle.
I will reveal this Recruiter of the Guard.
Yes, that's a good one.
Pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Alright, drawing Hexdrinker doesn't really change what I want to do. I think I'd rather... I'm not going to be guessing mana into Hexdrinker anytime soon, so I'm just going to keep on chugging on with my first plan. Okay, I'd like to play a Mountain. I'd like to cast a Dragon's Rage Channeler. I'd like to Deathrite exile your Flooded Strand. Add a black. Another black. I'd like to cast him to Turok, targeting you. Channeler trigger.
Alright, I have 4.
Alright, let me get to the Channeler trigger first.
Oh, sorry.
I reveal an Urza's Saga. I think I'll play that. I'll keep that in play. Keep that in hand. I get to play Saga into Minsc and Boo next turn and then just keep going. I will keep that card on top. Him time at 4 cards. I'll just roll 2 dice. You're left to right, 1 to 4.
Yeah, wonderful.
3 and 4, please.
Sylvan Caryatid and Fiend Artisan.
That's not what I was hoping for, but we'll take it. Okay, I will pass turn. Okay, so my hope is I have a reputation for people me hating Palace Jailer. My dream play for my opponent to make is Recruiter the Guard for Jailer.
Trade for my Coiling Oracle.
I will not take that trade, but I appreciate the offer. I'll go to 18. If he goes for a Jailer blind, I can just sandbag the Minsc and Boo and then swing next turn. Okay, he's developing his mana instead. All right. Easy with 2 cards in hand, right?
2 cards.
So might be scared of more discard, or we're just trying to figure out what I want to do before he ends up tutoring. Or use the mana to try and combo next turn. Oh, it's so exciting. Okay, draw for turn. Hey, it's that one. Let's just keep on going according to plan. I'd like to play this Urza Saga as my land for turn. ETB trigger.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. No land in your graveyard, correct?
Correct.
I'd like to ruin my chances of my Darcy ever being delirious and exile Wooded Foothills with my Death Shaman.
Yes. Am I getting Questing Beasted again?
It's kind of like Questing Beast, but it's also kind of like Bitter Blossom, and it's also my favorite card from...
Boo?
It is Minskin Boo!
I love that card.
Darcy
I don't
Trigger.
like that it's going to kill me, but it's a good card.
I'm going to leave this card on top. ETB Trigger.
Yes.
Do I get the hamster?
You sure do.
Hamster online. Alright, I would like to uptick targeting hamster.
Resolve.
Hamster is now big. I'd like
4/4?
to... Oh no. Before
No,
what?
you're good. I'm just asking. Is it a 4/4?
Oh, it's 4/4 now. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool.
I guess you're probably just going to do block with that. I'm just going to hold it back. Make sure Minskin Boo stays nice and strong.
Okay.
Hold on. You know, I actually am going to attack.
Okay, I will still block.
Okay. And then I will pass turn.
Okay.
The one reason to attack there was if he had Assassin's Trophy, he could Assassin's Trophy Minskin Boo, and then I'm just wasted an attack because he couldn't have blocked Wall of Roots because it would be an 0/4 and it would die with 4 damage marked on it. So kind of a small scenario, but figure it's mostly free. Minskin Boo is not going to die this
Cards in
turn.
hand?
I have 3 cards in hand.
Okay. Flames.
If given the opportunity, I'm probably going to sacrifice Minskin Boo.
That puts me to
Next
18.
turn.
Spellseeker?
That's a real good one. Yep.
I will fetch Demonic Tutor and cast that as well.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm
You'll
definitely
never
going
guess
to be...
what I'm tutoring for, and then I know what I'm getting, so you can go.
Okay. I'm assuming it is an Aluren. I think I'm going to try and sack the Minskin Boo. Or sack the Boo to try and draw a discard spell and get him. Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Minskin Boo trigger on my upkeep? I will not make a legendary hamster named Boo. I'll draw for turn.
Sure.
So notably, we do have Fatal Push, so we can interrupt his Aluren line, assuming there's no Ephemerate or anything shenanigans. So that is helpful, but let's try to go for it anyway. Okay. I would like to, on my main phase, put a counter on Saga.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to -2 Minskin Boo.
Yeah.
I'd like to sacrifice this Boo.
Okay.
I'd like to do 4 damage to your Wall of Roots.
Strong. Resolve.
Okay. I will draw 4 cards.
That's a lot of cards.
Okay. This is just like we drew it up. We drew the Thoughtseize. We can see what they're up to. We also get to play a fetch land, hold a Fatal Push, or a Saga activation and Death Ray activation, wherever like a spot. Okay. That's fun. I would like to tap this Bayou. Well, actually, I'll play this Misty first. I'd like to tap this Bayou to cast Thoughtseize targeting you. Darcy trigger.
Well, that's probably game.
That's the plan.
I have a Aluren and a Recruiter.
I think
I knew it was probably already game when you killed my green source.
I think I'm going to take the Recruiter, actually.
Okay.
Reason to take Recruiter now is I can flash another on Liberator when he plays the Aluren and blow it up with the Recruiter, which kind of, Liberator, which is nice. I also have a Durstfell trigger. I'm going to bin that one. I'm just going to put an Endurance in the graveyard. I am not close to Delirious. I could sack my Misty Rainforest and be mostly there.
You're at 16 life?
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, yes, after these resolves of 2 life. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to pass the turn.
All right. Oops, almost drew 2 cards. Would have been a problem. I have this Lotus Cobra,
That's nice.
and you have the turn.
Okay, I will crack my Misty Rainforest. Going down to 15. I'm just going to grab a Taiga because it doesn't hurt.
Seems reasonable.
No land in your graveyard still? Yeah, you got a bit of glare, so I'm just asking to be clear.
Say again?
Do you have a land in your graveyard or no?
I do not. I do not have a land.
Okay. That's alright. I'm just going to activate my Construct, make Saga. Or activate Saga, make Construct, set that backwards. Untap. In my upkeep, I would like to make a legendary hamster named Boo! And draw for turn. Main phase. So my opponent is in a pretty bad spot. I'm just trying to make sure I don't die. I think I can just afford to make the Construct to leave the mana available. Because I can flash all my creatures and also have mana for Fatal Push if the Aluren comes down and he starts, drawing very well. Okay, I am going to make another Construct.
Yep.
I will crack my Saga. Once it goes to three counters. I'm going to grab a copy of Pyrite Spellbomb.
A good one.
Spellbomb is another way to make sure I can hit Revolt if I need to. And also gives me another way to kill creatures that's, not too costly. Alright. Notably, my Darcy now has Delirium. Easily gets +2/+2. Thank you, Urza Saga, for being a very balanced magic card. That's the best part of it, actually. It's an enchantment. I'm going to play a Polluted Delta for turn.
Yeah.
Plus Minskin Boo, targeting hamster.
Yep.
Swing at you for 6 mana. 6 damage, sorry.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I said 6. 10.
All right.
3, 3, 4. I did 3, 3, and then I got a little confused.
Say 10.
All
What's
right.
the worst that could happen?
All right, where does that put you to? Is that just 9?
8 is what I
Okay,
have.
8. Sorry, I missed one. I will pass turn.
Excellent. I think we can safely concede.
All right. Good games. Thank you for
You as well.
obliging me. So that was the
My
first
pleasure.
episode of Jamlander. Obviously, I'm still working out some kinks. I gotta figure out how to get the glare a little less worse. I have an issue where my hands are nice when there's glare, but my hands are all blurry when there is no glare. So I'm trying to find a happy medium there. Just figure it out. Let me know what you like about the format, both Canlander as well as the video format, what I can do better, plays that you would have made differently, plays that you thought were, arguably good or arguably bad. Be happy to hear about it. Come join the Discord server, jam with us. It's a good place to be. And I will hopefully see you next time.